Namaste bachcho. Today we are going to start Charles law. Before going to say the statement, just you first come to know. Do you know the air balloon? Air balloon is like this. I think you must have seen these air balloons. Charles and Gay-Lussac both are working with the technology of hot air balloon, and during that work they found that the volume of any of the gas increases with increase in temperature and decreases with decrease in temperature. Means they found there is some relation between the temperature and the volume of the gas, and in quantity they found, or they gave a relation or generalization. This generalization is famous as Charles law. What this law states, or quantitatively how volume is related with temperature. The volume of a given amount of gas increases or decreases by 1 upon 273. Precisely it is 273.15, and I am writing the approx value. This is the approx. 1 upon 273 of the volume of the gas at 0 degree Celsius for each degree rise or fall in temperature if pressure is kept constant. So what is the meaning? It tells that we have some volume of gas at 0 degree Celsius, and if we increase the temperature by 1 degree, then there will be increase in volume. And what would be the increase in volume? It is 1 upon 273 of the original volume at 0 degree Celsius. So let we express in mathematical term. So have you noted? First note down or take the screenshot, because I will rub this statement. Now here see. Let volume of a gas at 0 degree Celsius is V naught. Here V naught. V is the volume at 0 degree Celsius, so we have indicated V naught. So the volume, therefore, volume of the gas at temperature T, let this is Vt. Vt, what will be the value of Vt? It will be equal to V naught plus V naught into T upon 273. Now what is this? How can we get this relation? In rough you can understand. At 0 degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius volume is V0. If you increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius, 1 degree Celsius, so what would be the increase? Increase in temperature will be, so original volume is V naught plus what increase will be there? It is 1 upon 273 of the volume of the gas at 0 degree Celsius. Here you see this one. So this is, and what happen? What would be the volume of the gas at T degree Celsius? V naught plus here V naught by 273 into T. So directly we can write this expression here. V naught V naught plus V naught into T. This is not VOT. V naught into T by 273. So this expression we can write V T is equal to V naught. Take the common V naught common, 1 plus T plus 273. 1 plus 273. Or we can write, take equation 1. Now here see, if you put here with the help of this relation equation 1, with the help of equation 1 gives the volume of a gas at different temperature. Now with the help of this relation we can get the volume of a gas at different temperature. If it is 1 degree, then we will put here 1 by 273 plus this. On solving, first if we know the volume of the gas at 0 degree Celsius, then by using this relation we can get. Now what will happen if we put T is equal to minus 273? If you decrease the temperature, like for minus 1 degree, for minus 2 degree, we can calculate the volume of the gas at different temperature. When T is equal to minus 273, here T is equal to minus 273 means 273 degrees Celsius. It means we have taken the temperature in degrees Celsius as minus 273. What would be the volume? Tell. V at minus 273 is equal to V naught and 1, here minus will come, minus 273 by 273, that is 1. So V naught into 0, that it means 0. So volume at minus 273 degrees Celsius, volume of the gas at minus 273 degrees Celsius becomes 0. So what is the meaning of this? It means that at minus 273 degrees Celsius, the volume of a gas is 0. That is, gas cannot exist, or gas will not exist at minus 273 degrees Celsius. But in fact, what is taking place? When we cool, here we have taken a gas in this container and we are reducing the temperature. Then these gaseous molecules will attract each other, condensation will take place, and before attaining this temperature, before coming at this temperature or lowest temperature, gas will liquefy. It means this is the temperature at which generally in nature no any gas comes at this temperature. It means it is purely hypothetical or imaginary. So this lowest imaginary, but the mathematical or graphical representation shows that if we bring this temperature, then volume of the gas will be 0 when the intermolecular forces of attraction, if we consider that there is no intermolecular forces of attraction acting between the particles, like in case of ideal gases, then the volume of the gas may be 0. But for this we have to make some arrangement. Practical arrangement is there. That arrangement is not present in the nature, but the scientists are trying, and I will discuss more about this. But here you see, in nature this is the hypothetical temperature. It means the temperature that we are generally writing 0 degrees Celsius is not the absolute 0. because at 0 degree Celsius volume is not going to be 0. It means a new scale of temperature is required, and that is given by Kelvin. So we discussed. So have you written this one? Take the screenshot. This means at minus 273 degrees Celsius. This means at minus 273 degrees Celsius, the volume of a gas is 0. That is, the gas, this means that gas cannot exist, that gas cannot exist at this temperature. Gas cannot exist at this temperature. So this minimum temperature, or you can say this minimum temperature is called absolute zero. In fact, gases liquefy before attaining this temperature. Now here you see, at this stage a new scale of temperature. Before this we are measuring the temperature in degrees Celsius, but at this stage a new scale of temperature is required. That scale considers the minus 273 degrees Celsius as absolute zero. This scale was developed by Kelvin, known as Kelvin scale, or the absolute scale of temperature, that considers minus 273 degrees Celsius at the as the absolute zero. So a new scale of temperature was given by Kelvin, known as Kelvin scale or absolute scale, which consider minus 273 degrees Celsius as absolute zero. That is 0 Kelvin. It is not okay. This is 0 Kelvin. So in Kelvin scale, have you noted? Note down. Better to note down, or you can take the screenshot. But screenshot, if you are taking screenshot, immediately you note down in your copy. Here you see. So in Kelvin scale, the temperature in Kelvin scale is equal to T plus 273. This is temperature in Kelvin scale, and this is temperature in degree Celsius. So if you know the temperature in degree Celsius, then by adding 273 we can know the temperature in Kelvin. So we get a relation. Capital T is equal to T plus 273. Small t is the temperature in degree Celsius, and capital T is temperature in Kelvin. That I have written. Equation 2. Now here you see, from 1, from 1, the relation is Vt is equal to V naught into 1 plus T by 273. We have got this relation. Now here you see, we can write V naught 273 here. Vt is equal to V naught 273 plus T. Now what is 273 plus T? This is temperature in Kelvin scale, that is T. So we can write Vt is equal to V naught by 273 into this value as capital T, where T is equal to temperature in Kelvin scale, and it is 273 plus T. This is temperature in Kelvin. Now this is a constant because volume of a gas at 0 degree Celsius, that is constant volume, and 273 is also constant, so we can write, it means volume, therefore volume at temperature T, any temperature is there, any constant temperature is there, volume at constant temperature V is equal to, if we replace this constant with this constant K into T, or we can write V by T is equal to K. So this is called Charles law, or we can also see here V is directly proportional to T. It means V is directly proportional to T. So now here you see the symbol of T, it is capital T. So what is the meaning of capital T? Means temperature in absolute scale. So we can define Charles law again. The volume of a gas, volume of a fixed at constant temperature, how can we define? Have you noted? Thus we can write, may I have this one? Note down or take this screenshot. Thus we can write, thus at constant temperature, the volume of a fixed amount of a gas is directly proportional to its temperature in absolute scale. Now you see what is absolute scale, means temperature in Kelvin. So this is another statement of Charles law, and commonly we write this statement, but we derive this statement from the earlier observation. Clear? So one more thing, So what is Charles law? One expression is there, V by T is equal to K, or V is directly proportional to T. One more thing that you note down. First note down. Here you see, if we have a container and it contains a certain amount of gas, and if let the volume of the gas is V and temperature is T, let volume is V1 and temperature is T1. Now we are in giving heat energy to the gas, and here constant pressure is there, P is constant, means we are not going to give any extra pressure over it. A constant pressure is there. What will happen when we heat the container? Then you will see that the kinetic energy of the gases will increase, it will collide more inside, it means inside pressure will increase. So relax to relax it will push the piston up and volume will increase to maintain the constant pressure. Here you see, here volume will increase. Now the new volume of this container, or the gas is V2, and at the increased temperature T2. Therefore we can write in this case also V1 by T1 is equal to, let constant K1, and in this case V2 by T2 is equal to K2, another constant by Charles law. Thus we can write, therefore we can write V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2, which is equal to K. So this is the another expression. With the help of this we will solve the numerical, and at constant P and N, number of moles and pressure both are constant. So note down. Now we will observe the graph related to volume and temperature. So how can we understand this graph, volume and temperature? Here volume and temperature is variables, and the pressure and number of moles of gas, they are constant. So first we draw the graph. Here we are going to draw the graph between volume versus small t. Now what is small t? It is temperature in degree Celsius. Small t means temperature in degree Celsius. Temperature in degree Celsius. So we are going to get the graph for this. So we know that V by T is equal to K. This is Charles law. So V is equal to, we can write K into T and K into T, and V is equal to K into small t plus 273, as you know the relation, and therefore we can write V is equal to K T plus K into 273. Now this is a constant. Here you see, this is, we are going to get the graph between V and T. So you see, this is the relation or equation for a straight line. You know this equation, u is y is equal to mx plus c. What is here? Y is equal to mx plus c. Here m is constant and c is the intercept. It is a straight line. Equation y is equal to mx plus c is the equation of straight line, is the equation of straight line with an intercept c, with an intercept c. So what would be the, it's a, if this is the, here let we are taking, this is y axis, this is y, and this is x, or simply we can write here this is x axis and this is y. So y is equal to mx plus c. Mx plus c, it means we get a straight line. We get a straight line, and here c is the intercept. This value is called c. That is called intercept. It means this straight line is not passing through the origin. Means here this is not passing through the origin. It will, on extrapolation, it will touch the x-axis. On extrapolation, it will touch the x-axis. I think it is clear to you. Now if the diagram here is not clear, you can see here. I am drawing again. This is intercept c, and this is the equation of a straight line, y is equal to mx plus c. For this, refer. Now here you see, this is v versus t, volume and temperature. If you are taking volume in y-axis and temperature in x-axis, volume in y-axis and temperature in x-axis, y is equal to m is a constant, mx plus c, this is a constant, c. So we can get the graph, this one. Here you see, this is a straight line, but with the intercept, some intercept is there. Here temperature in, this is y-axis and this is this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Then we can get here volume. It means when we increase the temperature, this is 0 degree Celsius. At 0 degree Celsius, volume of the gas has certain volume. Their volume is not going to 0. But if we if we extend it, that is called extrapolation, then it touch the x-axis, and at this case the volume becomes 0, and this is minus 273 degrees Celsius. So here we are not going to see. So this is the absolute 0. This is the absolute 0 where volume of the gas becomes 0. And this graph is obtained at constant pressure and constant number of moles. So have you noted? Then we apply some more skill on the basis of this. Here see, first note down this. May I rub this one? Now I am rubbing. We have a graph. If we are getting, this is temperature in degree Celsius and volume, this is the volume, and here the pressure is P1, pressure is P2, and pressure is P3. It means at P1 pressure we are getting this line, we are getting this graph between volume and temperature. If at P2 pressure, this is the line that we obtain between the variables volume V and T, and this is P3. Now question will be there. Find the order of pressure. Find the order of pressure. Which one is greater? P1 is greater or P3 is greater? In such cases, you see, let this is the 0 degree Celsius. At 0 degree Celsius, you see, you have a relation PV. You know that PV is equal to nRT. You can see this relation, or you also know P is inversely proportional to V, or V is inversely proportional to P. You know. Now here see, if at 0 degree Celsius you can see for P1 certain volume is there, for P2 certain volume is there, for P3 certain volume is there. Here volume is increasing. If volume will increase, pressure will decrease. Pressure will decrease. It means for such graph in the in Boyle's law, what I have said, that higher the curve, higher will be the temperature. In this, higher the curve, lower will be the pressure. Higher the curve, lower will be the pressure. This is the key point. Higher the curve, lower will be the pressure. Lower will be the pressure. Now here see, higher the curve, lower will be the pressure. It means P1 is greater than P2, which is greater than P3. So this is the curve that is obtained at constant temperature P1. This is the line that we obtained, line at constant temperature, constant pressure P2, and this is the line that we obtained at constant pressure P3. So each line of these graph are called isobar. What do you mean by isobar? What is the isobar? Each, so I'm writing here. Have you noted this one? Noted, then I will rub this one. Each line of this graph is plotted between volume and temperature at different constant pressure. Different constant pressure. Hence are called, hence is called hence is called isobar. Isobar means, isotherm means at constant temperature, and isobar means at constant pressure. So this is one graph. One other graph we can obtain. Noted? Take the screenshot. Now this time I am drawing the plot between volume and temperature. Now here you see, temperature is in absolute scale, that is in Kelvin. Set temperature in Kelvin. So what would be the graph? See, we have V by T is equal to K, that is V is equal to KT. It means this is similar to the straight line equation, y is equal to mx. Y is equal to mx. If we are taking volume, I will draw the larger graph, you see, or if visible then okay. Here I am taking volume at y-axis and temperature at x-axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this is the straight line equation. Straight line equation passing through origin. Simply, you see, so we can draw, let at this any temperature P, let this temperature is P1. At P1 temperature, we get this line between V and T. So what will be the here origin? This is 0 Kelvin, 0 Kelvin, that is minus 273 degrees Celsius. So this is a curve again, sorry, line, or we can get another P1, P2, P3. Now how can we see which pressure is greater? P1 is greater or P3 is greater? How can we find out the order between the pressure? So key point is what? For Charles law, higher the curve or higher the line, lower will be the pressure. Lower will be the pressure. It means P3 is greater than P2 is greater than P1. Here this line is at higher the line or curve, lower will be the pressure. So P1 is the lowest. So in this way we can find out the order. Note down. So after this, what we conclude here is it. If we increase, it means pressure is increasing. If you increase more pressure, and when pressure is maximum, if pressure is maximum, it means the line may pass through the x-axis. It means it will not follow the Charles law at higher pressure. And one more thing, when temperature is 0, then again it will not follow the Charles law. It means that all gases follow the Charles law at lower pressure and higher temperature. Temperature should be higher and pressure should be lower. Here lower pressure will be there, then the line will be go in this direction. Clear? So note down this. Thank you for attending this class, and in the next segment we will learn the more gas law and also solve the numerical. Now thank you again.